witches, I'm back. I know I've been doing a lot of the Kipper videos lately, and if you're not into that, you probably haven't seen a video where it's just me talking about other things for a while, but I'm back, and I'm back with the weekly card reading as well. And this week I'm working with the Halloween Oracle because we're getting closer to Halloween. I'm really excited. Thanksgiving here in Canada is over, so I feel like I can get immersed into the Halloween season, which I'm very, very excited about. I just love these cards with all their little bats and pumpkins and stuff on them. I just love them. So I've shuffled these cards. We will start with Aries and work our way through from there. So for Aries, I have Vampire, Emotional Intelligence. So this week, Aries, it's kind of an intense week. We just went through a full moon, as we see here on the card. We have had this weekend a super moon in Aries, your sign, so very intense time of year for you for sure. And also we've got like a Mars conjunct Pluto thing going on, and Mars is the planet that rules Aries. So very intense week coming up. For the emotional intelligence, it's interesting that comes up because right now emotions are kind of really heightened for a lot of people, and especially for you, Aries. So it's really about stepping back and thinking about our emotions and how we're dealing with things. Are we reacting too fast? That kind of thing. But also our emotional intelligence when it comes to other people. Are we allowing people to take advantage of us? Like the vampire here. I mean, I think we've all heard the term, you know, emotional vampires, people that steal your energy. So being very aware of that, like who is stealing your energy? Who's robbing your time? Using that emotional intelligence to see like, who is it this week that I need to hang around with and be, you know, because they're positive and they help me, or challenge me in some way, in a good way, and who's just taking and who's draining. So very important to think about this week, Aries. For Taurus, we have Ghost, Regret. So Taurus, this may be a week where you're looking back on things and thinking, I could have done this better, I could have done that better. And regret is really a wasted emotion because we can't go back and change the past. All we can do is take our lessons and move forward. So this is definitely saying this week not to wallow in things. It's good to remember the past, but if we are stuck there and berating ourselves for things in the past, we can't move forward. For Gemini, I have the Hearth. So Gemini, this is going to be a very happy week for you. It's going to be a very positive week, a week of getting together with family and friends and people you feel at home with. It's also a good week to kind of stay home and just hang around the fire, hang around people, have people over, that kind of thing. It's going to be a comforting week for you, Gemini. For Cancer, we have, I never say this right, Barmbrack? Cancer, this is also going to be a week for you that's going to be very, very positive. It's a week where you're really feeling like things are coming together for you. There's coincidences happening. You're just enjoying all the little things in life. You're enjoying yourself a lot. And it's saying this is a week to really like enjoy Halloween, enjoy all the fall festivities. I don't see any big, huge changes for you this week, but I do see you just enjoying yourself and having a good time. For Leo, we have the Apple, which says risk and reward. So Leo, if you're thinking of trying something different this week, this is the time to do it. It's definitely a time to you know, take that chance, take a calculated risk. You might be surprised with what you get. So, you know, if there's something you've been thinking about doing creatively, definitely do that. Or if you are thinking about, you know, if you're looking to get in a relationship with someone, this is a time to maybe ask them out, things like that. So taking that risk and seeing where it takes you this week. For Virgo, we have Skeleton, which is Strength. So Virgo, this is a week where you may be feeling tired. You may be feeling like, you know, you're kind of getting down to the bare bones of things as far as just feeling like you're not sure if you can take things anymore. But it's saying that you can, that you're much stronger than you think, and to be patient because the light is at the end of the tunnel. And you're going to come out of this much better than you came into it. But it's just a week to be really strong. This is going to be a bit of a trying week, I think, for Virgos. So it's saying to be patient with yourself and not hard on yourself. Libra, we have the Skull of Stars. Libra, so many possibilities for you. Right now, Jupiter is in Libra. So Jupiter is the planet of opportunities and luck. And it's saying that you have all these things on your side and you really have opportunities to do whatever it is that you want to do. You just have to pick them up and think about where you're going. So it's definitely a week to be inspired and maybe do some meditating about where you want to go with things and setting some intentions. For Scorpio, we have Spider, community and web weaving. So Scorpio, a time to get out there, even if you're not actually physically getting out of the house, but weaving community perhaps on the web, or talking to people on the phone. But definitely don't just isolate yourself. Interact with people in whatever way you can. And remember that your actions are, it's not just affects you, it affects the whole. So really you're thinking about what you want to do in your community and for your community, and you're kind of thinking more collectively this week, Scorpio. For Sagittarius, we have trick or treat, mischief and play, and Sagittarius loves to play. So Sagittarius, this is a time to have fun. Go have fun this week. It's not a time to be serious. It's a time to just enjoy life and laugh, kind of get away from the seriousness of things. Think back to when you were a kid and what you like to do at this time of year. Capricorn, this crying intuition. Capricorn, your intuition is going to be really, really heightened. And I know as earth signs, sometimes earth signs that some earth signs I know tend to struggle with that a bit, but most earth signs I know, their intuition is very grounded, and it's very much like body-based and gut-based, and it's saying that to pay attention to that. Maybe try some things like scrying and divination if you don't already, but definitely it's a time when your intuition is really at a height. We just had a full moon. Like I said, we've got the Pluto and Mars conjunct going on in Capricorn, so a lot of intensity going on for Capricorns right now, but to use that intensity to really hone your spiritual skills and to try some new things. Aquarius, we have Lady de los Muertos, acceptance and equality. So Aquarius, it's a time of accepting things. I think some things have probably come to an end for you, and accepting that, celebrating the new and celebrating the things that were, and accepting those things, and accepting that maybe things aren't perfect or the way that you want them to be, but they're good enough right now. And so it's all about acceptance and accepting where you are and being in the present. And finally, Pisces, last but not least, the skull of darkness, blind spots. So Pisces, great week for shadow work. We all have our blind spots. We all have those things that we don't want to see about ourselves, or maybe about others that we love, or about situations around us. But this is a really great week for introspection and looking within and looking at those things and looking at them with compassion. It's not about beating ourselves up. Much like with Taurus, with regret, this isn't about beating yourselves up. It's about learning and moving forward. So that's what I see this week. It sounds like a pretty intense week. I think for some people it's going to be kind of a fun week, and other people it's going to be like a slog to get through. And so to be compassionate to everyone around us, even if things are going great for us, it's an intense week for a lot of people. And then underneath for everyone, we got eternal love. That love is love and transcends physical death. So I think this is just generally a good one to remember, especially as we get towards Halloween, or Samhain, as we say in the pagan tradition, which is a time to really think about the dead and think about who we've lost, and who's moved on to the other side. To remember they're not really lost at all. It's just that we can't see them, and that they are there and they're with us. So a good thought to have for sure when we're coming up to Halloween so fast. So if anyone sees anything else, please let me know. Like and subscribe, and I will see you all soon.